Hi! Welcome to Virtual CB1A. This is Miss Rena, and this is Week 3, Lecture 1 of Statistics. Today, we will continue our discussion about the different ways of representing data. In this lecture, we will learn about dot plots, pie charts, and Pareto charts. So let's move on to the learning objectives. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to learn how to represent single variable data using dot plots, pie charts, and Pareto charts. And of course, choose appropriate chart for a given dataset. And I will also include tutorials on how to use Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel in generating charts like pie charts and Pareto charts. We will start with the dot plot. So, kailan suggested gamitin ang dot plot? It is used for relatively small samples. And the values in the dataset are represented by dots in a horizontal line. So, pag sinabing dot, tuldok. Gagawa tayo ng mga tuldok to represent our data. And aside from dots, we also need a horizontal axis. So, parang ganito lang siya. Horizontal axis, and then you have their dots on top of one another. Yan. And then these are the values. For example, this is the first value, the second value, the third value. Okay? And another thing that you should note about dot plots is that it is considered as a type of histogram where the number of dots represents the height of the bars. If you will take notice from this illustration earlier, itong mga dots na to, parang katulad lang din siya ng mga bar graphs. It will give you an idea on how many people responded to a certain item. Ayan. So let's discuss the steps that we will follow in creating dot plots. First, you have to arrange the data from lowest to highest. Next, draw a horizontal line. And write the values from the given dataset from lowest to highest using appropriate intervals. So for this part, your intervals pertains to the difference between two consecutive data points. So you have to analyze your data. If you notice that the interval that will best describe your data is just 1, so just separate your data points by 1. Say for example, your lowest data point is 3. It will be followed by 4, next 5, and then the highest data point is 6. Also, you can use other intervals such as difference of 5, okay, difference of 10, difference of 100, depende dun sa data na given sa inyo. So, let's have difference of tens. For example, your data's lowest value is 20. It will be followed by 30, 40, and so on until you reach the highest data point. Okay? So, it depends on the given data. After that, count the number of times a value occurred in the set of observation and use one dot stacked in a column for each. Let's have this example. The number of hours spent studying. Based on the results, meron tayong 10 na respondents na tinanong. 2 respondents said that they spend 1 hour. 3 responded 2 hours. And 5 students said they spend about 5 hours studying. First, let's draw a horizontal line. So this is our horizontal line. Now, let's look at our data set. So, anong interval yung perfect for this given set of observations? Okay. So, it will be best represented by intervals of 1. So, we will start with the lowest value, 1, followed by 2, and then the highest value, which is 3. Now, let's represent the frequencies using dots. From our set of observations, 2 respondents said that they study for 1 hour. Next, 2. So, we are going to draw 3 dots, one on top of the other. Next, we have 3 hours. Meron tayong 5 na respondents. So, 5 na tuldok. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple paggagawa ng dot plot. Now, let's move to pie chart. So, this is just a circle subdivided into sectors, each representing a category. The size of each sector is proportional to the frequency or count in each category. And finally, the sum of the percentages in each sector should be 100. Parang may tanong yata dito si Ivan earlier. Nag-try siya mag-solve. Kinuha niya yung percentage for every category. And then, nung in-add niya, hindi nag-equal sa 100, may putal, 101. So, I will show you how to compute for the exact value 100. Let's look at this example, PSBC College enrollment. Nag-assume lang ako ng mga values dito. For BE-Ed, we have 20 students. BSBA, 40 yung nag-enroll. BSED, we have 60 students enrolled in the department. And for BSHM, we have 100 students. From your GenMath, if you still remember, the percentage is given by base times rate. But actually, the percentages are already given by the enrollment for each department. Ang hinahanap talaga natin dito is the rate. So for the rate, all we have to do is to divide the percentage by the base. And of course, multiply it by 100. Let's start with the BE-Ed department. For the BE-Ed department, we have 20. Yun yung number of students enrolled divided by the base. So what is the base? It is actually the total number of students enrolled in PSBC College Department. So 20 plus 40 is 60, plus another 60 is 120, plus 100 we have a total of 220. So 20 will be divided by the total, which is 220, and then multiply it by 100. So for BE-Ed, teka, asan yung phone ko? Magko-compute ako. So, you can use a calculator. Ito pala. 20 divided by 220 is 0.0909. Multiply natin siya by 100. It is approximately equal to 9.09 or just 9%. So, let's write here 9. So, dapat yung magiging circle natin later on, proportional to 9% of the whole circle, yung sector for BE-Ed. Now, let's go to the next one. We have 40. 40 divided by 220. That is for BSBA. 40 divided by 220 times 100. We have 18.18 or approximately it is 18%. Next, we have 60. So, 60 divide natin siya by 220. 60 divided by 220. It is approximately 0.2727 times 100, we have 27.27 or approximately 27%. And finally, for the BSHM, we have 100 divided by 220 times 100. Pero, instead na, equal pala to. Instead na mag-compute pa tayo ng ganito, ang ginagawa ko na lang, to make sure that you will end up with 100%, just get the difference between these three, 9, 18, 27, and 100. So, meron tayong 9 plus 18 plus 27. This is actually equal to 54. So to make sure that you will end up with 100, isubtract na lang natin si 54 out of 100. So 100, pangit na sulat ko. Burahin natin siya. 100 minus 54, you will end up with 46. So this is 46% for BSHM department. Sabi ko kanina, pakita natin yung graph. Tuturuan ko kayo kung paano mag-generate ng ganitong klase ng graph using Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word document. Ganyan. So, from our computation kanina, BEd 9%, BSBA 18%, BSED 27%, and BSHM 46%. After ko i-discuss yung Pareto graph, ilalagay ko yung tutorial on how to generate a pie chart using Excel or Word, both sa laptop or desktop, PC, at saka sa mobile devices. I will use Google Sheets for the tutorial using mobile phones. Now let's go to Pareto graphs. Pareto graph, it is also known as bar graph. Vertical bar graph in which the height of each bar corresponds to the frequency of each category. So the special thing about Pareto graph is that it is arranged from tallest to shortest. So upon looking at your data, you will immediately see na kaagad kung sino yung pinakamarami at saka kung sino yung pinakamaunti. Gamitin natin yung same na example natin from earlier. So for the department, we have BEd, BSBA, BSED, and BSHM. We have 20 for BEd. So, siya yung nasa pinakandulo kasi siya yung pinakamaunti. Sorted to from lowest to highest. Pero pagdating sa graph, from highest to lowest. BSHM, we have 100. Kung automatically magge-generate na lang kayo sa Excel and Word, siya rin magde-decide ng intervals na pwede nyo gamitin. Pero kapag magmamano-mano kayo, of course, you have to use your common sense. Look at your values and then approximate how high your bars should be. Just arrange them from highest to lowest. And of course, use proper labels. Ayan. For each. I hope that was clear this time. Though, nag-check ako kanina umaga, parang nagawa nyo na naman yung activity kasi nauna yung module natin. Decide on the most appropriate graph for each of the following situation and draw its graph. First, age of 15 randomly selected college students of PSBC. Ito yung galing na sa dati nating activity. Next, we have the number of hours spent doing certain activities in a day. Followed by, number 3, the most preferred non-alcoholic drinks of college students. Okay? So that is the end of our discussion about dot, pie, and Pareto charts. This time, ikakat ko muna siya ng konti, then I will be back and tuturo ko yung tutorial. Ano ba yun? Tuturo ko yung tutorial. I-insert ko yung tutorial on how to generate graphs automatically using Excel and Word. Okay, bye! Okay, so now, okay, now let's generate a pie chart using the same given data from earlier. Let's just press insert. Ayan, step 1, go to this tab, insert. Then, under illustrations, you will see chart. So, insert chart tayo. You will be given with a set of possible charts. Just choose pie. And then press OK. After that, ay, naglalag siya. Just wait. It depends on how fast your PCs are. Ang tagal lang akin. Ayan. So, magpa-pop up yung chart. Naka-form siya ng Excel. Chart in Microsoft Word. All you have to do is to edit the contents. So, tanggalin ko na lang muna to. Burahin ko siya. So, these are the different departments that we have here in PSBC College. For the other column, enrollment. So, use appropriate labels for the columns. And then for the rows, row 1, let's start with BE Ed. Enrollment nila 20. Assuming na 20. Real time, mag-a-appear na kung ano yung magiging itsura nung graph ninyo. Next, we have BSBA. Meron tayo 40 students. Ayan, nahati na yung graph or chart. Followed by BSED. Ay, mali. BSED. With 60 students. And finally, we have BSHM with 100 students. You don't have to write your total kasi automatically, sila na yung magde-decide on how large your sector should be. So, pwede natin baguhin to into PSBC, SBC, enrollment 2020. Ayan. So, if you want to add other elements, dito nyo lang siya ilalagay. So, legend, data labels. For data labels, mag-a-appear na dyan automatically yung total number of enrolled students for every sector. Yan. Optional naman siya. So, pwede rin naman na nasa center, inside end, outside end, best fit, and data call out. Kayo yung mamimili. Other options, chart style. So, pwede nyo siyang bagu-baguhin kung ano yung gusto nyong gamitin. Ayan. So, it's up to you. Just be creative. Ganyan na kasimple magawa ng pie chart. Okay? Nandiyan naman sa baba yung legend eh. Teka, scroll ko nga siya pababa para makita niyo yung legend for every part. Close na natin to. Ayan. Just be careful. Always include the labels so that your readers will know what departments corresponds to each sector. Okay? So, lipat na tayo sa bar graph. Bar graph. Pareto charts. Ayan. Dito, medyo mag-e-effort tayo mag-sort kasi diba, requirement for Pareto chart, you have to sort your data from highest to lowest. Kasi yung charts natin, yung graph natin, dapat from tallest papunta sa pinakamababa. Ito lang siya, columns. Just choose columns. Ayan. And then press OK. Again, it will generate a pop-up Excel sheet. Doon nyo isusulat yung data nyo. Ayan. So, tanggalin lang natin yung mga laman nila. Teka, delete ko lang sila. Ayan, delete natin sila. Tapos, isang ano lang naman tayo eh. Ano ba yan? Isang column lang naman yung kailangan natin. So, ganyan lang siya. Again, we have departments. And then we have enrollment. Unahin natin yung pinakamadami, BSHM. We have 100. Followed by BSED with 60. Next, BSBA, 40. And finally, we have BEd, 20. Ayan. And there you have it, your Pareto charts. Nawala. Ayan, Pareto chart. Again, you can edit your chart by simply clicking your chart and then looking at the elements. Ayan. Axis title, lalagyan mo siya dyan. Data labels, if you need one. Okay. Yan. Yung mga hindi naman kailangan, huwag na natin ilagay. Now, for the design. Yan, pili lang kayo dyan. Ganyan lang siya. Again, just be creative. Tingnan nyo lang yung pinaka-visually attractive. Tapos yun yung gamitin nyo. Okay? Now, let's do the same thing for Excel. Although, dun sa mga quizzes nyo sa akin, I only accept PDF and Word documents. Pero still, turo ko pa rin siya using the Excel. Again, just press Insert. And then under Insert, medyo naglalag. Sorry. May makikita rin kayo dyan na eto. Ayan, charts. Mamimili ka lang dyan. Now, let's type in our data. We have departments. Followed by enrollment. This is BS. Unahin na nga natin BSHM para mamaya hindi na ako mag-edit ulit. Tsaka BEd. So, enrollment, 100, 60, 40, and 20. Yan. Insert tayo ng chart. Dito, minsan, decisive si Microsoft Excel. Mapag-recommend din siya. So, pwede nyong i-click yung recommended charts. Tapos, makikita nyo dyan yung mga appropriate na charts na gamitin for our observations. Ayan. Sabi niya, perfect daw dito ito. Clustered column. Ito yung Pareto chart at saka yung pie chart. So, yan. Okay na lang natin kung given na siya as the recommended chart. Pwedeng automatically dito nyo na lang siya tingnan. Dito nyo na lang siya piliin. Pwede rin naman na magmano-mano kayo. Pindutin nyo tong all charts. Yan. Nandito insert column chart. Insert bar chart. Pivot chart. Insert pie chart. Unahin natin si pie chart. Insert pie chart. 2D pie. Mag-ano tayo? 3D pie para may dating. Ayan. Ganun lang ulit. Pipili ka lang dyan. Iba't ibang option. Ayan. Ganun lang siya kasimple. May ano ka na kaagad. May graph ka na kaagad. Okay? Next. Ano natin? Insert pa tayo na isa. Lagay muna natin siya dito sa tabi. Ay, mali. Control Z. Ito ay i-move muna natin dito sa tabi para magka-space tayo dun sa susunod. Yan. So, using the same data, punta ulit tayo sa insert. And then dito naman tayo. Ayan, 2D column lang. Kung gusto nyo 3D, okay lang din. Basta dyan tayo pupunta sa insert cluster charts. So, makikita nyo, blank siya. Bakit blank? Kasi hindi pa selected yung data natin. So, select tayo ng data. Yan. Pagka ganito, na select data source, pwedeng i-input nyo isa-isa yung rows and columns. Pwede rin naman na i-highlight nyo na lang siyang ganyan. And then just press OK. You will see the Pareto chart for the enrollment. I hope that was clear. This is what you're going to do if you are using your desktop or your laptop or your PC. Yan. Ito yung i-upload nyo dun sa natin, sa activity natin. Hindi ako mag-accept ng din-drawing nyo lang. You have to learn how to use Excel or Microsoft Word. Now, I will teach you how to use your mobile phones to generate graphs like this. Okay? Okay, so as promised, we are going to have a tutorial on how to generate pie charts and Pareto charts using your Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets installed in your devices. So, punta lang tayo dun sa Sheets. Applicable to for Microsoft and Kingsoft. Pero ang gamit ko, Google Sheets. Just press this plus sign and then create a new spreadsheet. So, pag open ang sheet, on column A, row 1, just type in the labels. This is for departments. Next, column B, we have enrollment. For the department, since magsusort din naman tayo kung gagawa tayo ng Pareto chart, start with the highest na kaagad. We have BSHM, followed by PSED. Next, we have BSBA. And finally, we have BEd. For the enrollment, same example tayo. BSHM may 100. BSED, we have 60. BSBA, we have 40. And BEd, we have 20. 20. Yan. So, the next thing that you're going to do is to select your data, including your labels or your column headers, and then press this plus sign on top. Yan. Press lang natin siya. And then, may lalabas sa baba. Just press insert chart. Sabi nga natin, yung system ng Excel, at saka ng Sheets, Microsoft Word, at saka document, nagsasuggest na sila kaagad kung ano yung appropriate na graph for your dataset. So, kapag lumabas na siya dito, Pareto chart, pwedeng i-press nyo na lang ito, agad-agad, and then just edit, customize nyo lang siya kung ano yung gusto nyo mangyari dun sa dataset ninyo. Sa atin, pink. Yan. Yellow. Yan, yellow. And then just press the plus sign on the left top corner. Tapos magge-generate na dito yung pinakang graph ninyo. If you want to transfer it to its own sheet, pwede naman. Just long press and then move to own sheet. Doon yun na mabubuksan kaagad yung chart 1 natin. Rename natin siya. Gawin natin siyang Pareto. Pagka nakuha nyo na to, pwedeng i-copy nyo na lang siya and then paste it to Google Docs o kaya Microsoft Word. Kasi yun yung required na format na pinapa-upload ko sa inyo for your activity. Okay, now, let's go to pie charts. Just press plus, insert chart. And then type of chart, we have the pie chart here, and then just press check ulit dun sa upper left. Tapos yan, mag-generate na niya ulit yung gusto natin na chart. And then move to its own sheet. Then just edit the legends. Pwedeng nasa right, pwedeng nasa left, pwedeng nasa bottom. Yan. Pwedeng labeled, non, auto. So, yan. Kung gusto nyo na detailed yung chart, pwede naman na kung ano yung ma-generate natin from here. Yan, may mga label siya. 9.1, 18.2%, 27.3. Ito na yung i-copy nyo and then move it to copy and then paste it on your Microsoft Word sheet o kaya ano ba tawag dito? Google Docs. Yun, Google Docs. Google Docs yung gamit ko eh. Pag litong-lito pa rin, you can always opt to this technique. Just take a screenshot. Ayun. Ngayon, nag-take na tayo ng screenshot. I-insert nyo na lang siya dun sa Microsoft Word as a picture. That will do the trick. Okay? So, thank you for listening. And I hope you learned something from this tutorial. Pag-aralan nyo maigi kung ano yung mga naka-install dyan sa phone nyo. Whichever is available. Kingsoft, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office, Google Sheets, Google Docs. And then, if you still have questions, send me an email. Pag sa tingin ko kailangan nyo ng tulong, magre-reply ako. At saka kapag sa tingin ko sobrang necessary yung reply ko, magre-reply naman ako. Pero pag feeling ko hindi nyo lang talaga binabasa yung instruction, kaya namang sagutin yung tanong nyo from the instructions that I gave earlier, I will not reply. That is just a waste of time. So always learn how to read, okay? I know you know how to read, but please learn or make it a habit to read. Okay? Thank you and have a good day. Bye!